You're watching ABC7 News at 6.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Jacqueline has the night off. Topping our news tonight, a woman wanted for murder in Minnesota is now suspected in the murder of a Bradenton woman as well. An arrest warrant has been issued for Lois Rice and the shooting death of Pamela Hutchinson at a condominium in Fort Myers. Authorities do not believe the women knew each other, but that Rice killed Hutchinson earlier this week to assume her identity. Rice is believed to be driving Hutchinson's car now. It's a white Acura TL with Florida plates. The car has been seen in Louisiana and Corpus Christi, Texas. Rice is considered armed and dangerous, and anyone with information on her whereabouts is urged to call authorities. Right now, detectives are on the scene of a suspected homicide at a mobile home park on Cortez Road West in Bradenton. Manatee County Sheriff's Office says the female victim was discovered around 3 o'clock this afternoon by a co-worker after she did not return from a lunch break. Detectives have detained a person of interest. An internal investigation into police brutality and the use of excessive force is now complete. Sarasota Police Department finding all of its officers acted appropriately in the case involving Chad Washington. Now it's up to the city's independent police advisory panel to review the case. ABC7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live outside City Hall tonight with the latest. Jess?
Scott, a violent arrest and altercation between Chad Washington and Sarasota Police Department was captured on camera about a month ago now. It since has sparked a lot of controversy and allegations of police brutality. Today, both sides of the conversation were able to present their cases to the advisory board. This video shows Chad Washington's state just before his fiancée, Darnisha McMillan, called for an ambulance.
It's like he took something and it got hard. Crazy. People all over the short just throwing up.
Police believe that Washington was on the hallucinogenic drug Spice.
When they entered into my home, they immediately attacked Chad. One of her officers pulled his handcuffs out and banged Chad in the head with him. So tell me, is that the way you detain a person?
Sarasota Police Department completing their internal investigation. Chief Bernadette DePino says her officers acted appropriately.
Our officers did come there with the best intent and best interest in mind for the community.
Chief DePino citing that her officers were hit, kicked, punched, and battered by Washington.
The officer, as soon as he makes entry, is immediately attacked. He's pushed down to the ground. He hits his head on the tile. He's punched multiple times in his head.
Chief DePino says a taser report revealed that although the taser was activated 13 times, only one activation actually worked. Answer Suncoast, a local group that fights against racism, isn't satisfied.
The same officer who brutalized Chad Washington, Officer Vermillion, was involved this week in a shooting, that means he shot, at 3 young men. 2 is not a pattern, but I would really hate for Officer Vermillion to be involved in a 3rd such incident.
Neither is McMillan.
My kids fear the police officers now. Even I fear them. I don't even trust them anymore.
They're calling for the board to do right by Washington, who's currently in jail after police say he had a felony warrant out for his arrest at the time of the incident.
The charges have to be dropped. He needs to be returned to his family and given mental health care services. The officers must be fired.
The advisory board did not make any decisions today. They want to sit down with Chief DePino and other members of Sarasota Police Department and go over this internal investigation in detail before they make any decisions. Reporting live in Sarasota, Jess Dowdrick, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Jess, thank you. A Verizon cell phone outage left customers here in the Suncoast and in other areas out of touch for hours last night. Sarasota County Sheriff's Office informed people through Facebook and Twitter that it was unable to receive or dial out to any Verizon users. Customers were told to use a landline or another carrier if they needed to call for help. Manatee County's 911 center did have a decrease in calls during the outage because 70% of their calls typically come in through cell phones. In addition to landlines, there's another way cell phone users can get around this problem.
If they have Wi-Fi, they can always turn on Wi-Fi calling through their phone, their smartphone, and that would enable them to call 911 as well.
It was kind of frustrating just because I was trying to communicate with like my friends and also like like a club that I'm in because I'm an officer for it, so I wasn't able to do anything on my phone.
Still no word what caused the outage. Verizon issuing a statement saying Verizon Wireless experienced interruption in service in the Tampa Bay area last night. Engineers were able to identify and resolve the issue, and service was restored by 2:45 a.m. this morning. A Braden River High School student is calling for all students to participate in what she's calling a bra cut on Monday, 2 weeks after school staff forced her to put Band-Aids over her nipples. 17-year-old Lizzie Martinez says she wore a dark-colored long-sleeve shirt without a bra to school because she was healing from sunburn. A teacher sent her to the office for distracting the male students, and then a school administrator made her put on a second shirt on, and then when that wasn't enough, she was forced to use the Band-Aids. While the district says not wearing a bra is a violation of the dress code, Martinez is now calling on every female student to go braless on Monday and every boy to wear Band-Aids over their shirts.
I would wear my bra anyway, but I mean, if somebody doesn't want to wear a bra, then they're more than fine with it. I shouldn't worry about it too much. I mean, if I would have been treated by a teacher that way and make me move my boobs that way, I probably would have done the same, but if not, it wouldn't be a big deal for me.
Braden River High staff directed us to the Manatee County School District, who say they have no further comment on the issue. No disciplinary action has been taken on Martinez. All right, the weekend has arrived. Let's get a check on the weather now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
We've had a string of beautiful days weather-wise, but things are about to change as this area of low pressure now, which is creating blizzard conditions, has an attendant cold front with it, and that cold front will sweep through here. It looks like late Sunday, bringing with it a chance for some rough weather. Right now, that rough weather is to our north, where there are numerous tornado watch boxes in place right now. You know, the last front that moved through did cause some problems here with some rough storms, so we'll keep an eye on that for you. We'll have the timing here in just a little bit. 79, we have a few clouds around, still a beautiful evening expected, dew point 67. That number's really come up. 2 days ago it was in the 40s. That means our lows tonight will be above average, and temperatures across the state into the mid to upper 70s to low 80s. 81 now in Key West, 79 right here. More on that front and what it means for our weekend coming up in a few minutes. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. One of the coolest film festivals in the world, as Movie Maker magazine calls it, will get underway tonight. Sarasota Film Festival celebrating its 20th anniversary this year, and they have more than 200 films planned to show. ABC7's Ray Collins is there for opening night. He joins us live from the red carpet. Ray?
That's right, Scott. Eric Stoltz has a film tonight called Class Rank. It's a coming-of-age comedy. Eric Stoltz, the director, will be here. You might know him from movies like Mast or Pulp Fiction. These folks are in line right now to see the show. It starts at 7 o'clock tonight. Things are pretty much closed off on here on Pineapple, so you can't drive through here. You want to park in the Palm Avenue garage, perhaps. Here's the red carpet right here. The folks will come down this carpet and into the building. I want you to meet Chelsea Gonzalez now. She's a graduate of Out of Door Academy, lives in Hollywood now. And you have a short film tonight, Suzanne and the Man. How does it feel to have your work appearing in your hometown festival?
It's so exciting. It's so exciting to be here. I live in Hollywood, so to come down all the way, 5-hour flight here, and it's so exciting, and yeah.
And you were very shrewd to write and produce your own film to guarantee yourself some work.
I did, yeah. You know, you got to make it happen. I'm constantly auditioning in LA, but I was like, well, you know, maybe I'll start this whole writing thing and then producing thing, and now it's in a festival, so it's all worth it.
Criminal Minds, the Mindy Project, and one more.
Castle, yeah.
As well. Good. Thank you for talking to us. We'll talk to you again soon.
So
all right.
fun. Thanks. Have fun.
It's Chelsea Gonzalez, a local actress now in Hollywood, doing very well for herself. We'll have much more later in the half hour here from downtown Sarasota at the Film Festival. I'm Ray Collins. Back to you in the studio, Scott.
All right, Ray, thanks so much. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, a law that some say is cruel and others say creates jobs, up for debate next week. Plus, it's Friday the 13th, and some people are making sure their luck is on their side. You know, fortunately, this was my first job out of college, so I was able to come back home and work in my hometown. I wore two hats. I was sports director and I was a news anchor. I did that for a few years and then decided to go full-time into news. Well, I love our team here at ABC7. We have a great mix, and it really is a great mix of personalities, of experience that meshes really well into a really strong team. I'm Scott Dennis, and I'm here for you.
Choral Artists of Sarasota presents Saints and Singers. The powerful voices of the 40 choral artist singers are joined by acclaimed mezzo-soprano Amy Jo Connors, performing John Rutter's arrangements of such beloved spirituals as Joshua Fit the Battle of Jericho, When the Saints Go Marching In, and more. The concert also features medleys highlighting hits from Broadway and the sublime music of Cole Porter. Sunday, April 15th, 7:30 p.m. at First Church, Sarasota. Tickets and info are at choralartistsarasota.org or by calling 387-4900.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Florida Studio Theater presents Blue Suede Shoes, celebrating the birth of rock and roll. From the father of rock and roll, Chuck Berry, to the king himself, Elvis Presley, this musical review features such great hits as Rock Around the Clock, Mustang Sally, Johnny Be Good, and of course, Blue Suede Shoes. Critics are calling Blue Suede Shoes a burst of rock history, dynamic and high voltage. Audiences are calling it phenomenal. Blue Suede Shoes has been held over by popular demand. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting floridastudiotheater.org.
Fun for the whole family, the 26th Annual Venice Shark's Tooth Festival, benefiting special athletes of Sarasota County, fossil vendors, arts and crafts, food, children's games, and live entertainment with headliners the Gator Creek Band on Friday night, Rockin' Rogues, Maiden Cane, Glass Onion, Kettle of Fish, Paisley Craze, and the Boogeymen. Admission $4, children 12 and under free. Parking is free. The annual Venice Shark's Tooth Festival, April 13th, 14th, and 15th at the Venice Airport Festival grounds.
20 years ago, the moviegoers of Sarasota looked up at the silver screen and wanted something more. And they got exactly what they wanted. 20 years of some of the best independent films from around the world. The most iconic Hollywood stars walking the red carpet. The most glamorous parties in Southwest Florida. 20 years building up to the most exciting announcement in, well, 20 years. At the Sarasota Film Festival, April 13th to the 22nd.
Happening in Florida, voters may have the chance to ban greyhound racing in November. Florida is one of 6 states that still allows racing dogs, and the majority of greyhound racing facilities in the country are in Florida. In fact, they're mandated if facilities want to offer more lucrative types of gambling, such as card rooms. Opponents of the plan, including greyhound owners and breeders, say ending the races will lead to job losses. Up next, Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert weather forecast for the upcoming weekend. Stay with us.
Being the caregiver for my husband is truly a blessing, but sometimes it's easy to lose a part of myself. To be my best, for him and for me, it's important to have time to be able to recharge. When I called Tidewell Hospice, they gave me the chance to do just that. They helped me find the time to care for myself, all the while with the peace of mind of knowing my husband is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Rugs as Art. You know the name, you know the building, but do you know what's inside? Yes, Rugs as Art is Florida's #1 area rug superstore, but there is so much more. Amazing furniture, accessories, and art. All this and more. Come see for yourself. You'll love our personal touch and be pleasantly surprised by our affordable prices. Rugs as Art and more. There is so much more to explore.
Our overall experience working with California Closets was phenomenal.
Calm, reassuring.
Through happenstance, we ended up paired with our designer, Jen. She was someone who not only was patient, someone who was professional. She's become extended family.
She had great insight to help direct me towards those things that could make our dreams come true.
We are the Greens, and this is our California Closet story.
Get to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota for big savings during the spring sales event. Shop the area's largest selection of new 2018 Jeep Wranglers, or get the most awarded SUV of all time, a new Jeep Cherokee, for as little as $19,999. Find the path to your next great adventure in the all-new Jeep Compass for just $17,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota.
We all love our kids and want what's best for them. You have the power to help your kids learn to succeed in life every day. When you promote a love for learning at home, children build the skills they need to be ready for school. You can be their everyday hero. It's easy. Just text Everyday Hero to 77453 for simple learning tips.
When money's tight and emergencies arise, CashNetUSA.com is available 24/7 to deliver quick loans for approved customers when they need it the most.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
All right, a lot of great events. We were just talking about, we got the film festival tonight. We got the Shark's Tooth Festival in Venice this weekend.
Lots going on, that's right. We had Turning Point's having a big deal, too, at McKechnie Field tomorrow. I'll be emceeing that event, and yeah, it should be fun. We're talking about Friday the 13th. Well, we're going to have some pretty good luck on Saturday and bad luck on Sunday, so it's delayed a couple of days. Pretty good luck today with beachgoers. Beautiful weather out there, lots of sunshine, and calm conditions really out in the water. Seas running right around 2 feet as high pressure continues to dominate. The weather should be a beautiful, gorgeous sunset. Send your photos into pix@mysuncoast.com. Also, while you're out there, right around 9:15, at 9:15, look to the west-northwest in the sky, about 45 degrees up there, and you'll see it for 2 minutes only. South to south movement. South to southwest disappearance, I should say. And that's where you'll see the International Space Station. Sky should be clear enough to see that. So you'll see what looks like a star moving pretty quickly across the sky at 9:15 to 9:17. That's it. Titan radar picture showing nothing going on here. All is fairly quiet as a result of that large area of high pressure, which is, again, bringing us that west wind near the beaches. That's the sea breeze, and then an east to southeasterly wind around this area of high pressure, which is kind of anchored right off the coast of the Carolinas. That will shift off to the east as the cold front approaches. We are looking at for some humid conditions and warm temperatures tomorrow. Highs will be above seasonal averages. Highs will be into the upper 80s. Even some low 90s, not out of the question. Well inland. I mentioned a few inland showers possible, but not much going on this evening. Just too dry out there. The day planner looks pretty good for folks out there. All the events and no problems. We'll see temperatures warming into the mid-80s to near the beach is mid-80s, upper 80s inland, as I alluded to, and heat index up to about 90 to 92 degrees tomorrow. 79 right now, our current temperature. Dew point is really popped up at 67. Winds are out of the southwest at 9, bringing that low-level moisture back into play. 30.05 inches on the pressure, and that is lowering somewhat. High today was 85. That normal high is at 80, and the record is 92, set back in 2007. Well, Storm Prediction Center indicating that we will see the possibility of a slight risk of severe storms. That is on Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, and there's even a 10% chance of tornadic activity. And 2 years ago when we had those tornadoes, that chance was only at around 5%. So this is a little higher than that. One or two of those storms could generate an isolated water spout, which could maintain its organization and turn into a tornado. Here's the rain now. This is the European model, actually. This is at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then it moves on after 1, and then the showers and storms continue to be hanging around through 7 o'clock, and then behind the front, things will clear out. So we'll start to get much cooler come Monday and Tuesday as skies clear out, and things look to be pretty nice on those days. So for boaters, winds will be out of the southeast to south tomorrow. We'll start off at 15, 5 to 10 in the afternoon. A small craft advisory will be issued for boaters on Sunday. So the best day will be Saturday for boating. And the kingfish are biting, and they will bite on kind of a chop, and that's what we'll see tomorrow too. Saturday, sunny, 84. First alert weather day on Sunday in the afternoon and evening. And then the cooler temperatures I mentioned on Monday, Tuesday. We get back to more average conditions, though, by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But lows will be quite comfortable throughout the early part of next week. Scott?
Can't wait for that. All right, Bob, thanks so much. The 20th Annual Sarasota Film Festival showing more than 200 films this year, and it all begins tonight. Let's get back to ABC7's Ray Collins live on the red carpet. Ray?
Yeah, Scott, things are picking up here on the red carpet in front of the Sarasota Opera House in downtown Sarasota. Some folks are lined up right here to get inside. Starts at 7 o'clock here, and every seat will be full. This will start out a full week of activity here. You know, the Film Fest has gone from a couple days, or 3 days, to 10 days. It's gone from a few films to over 200 films, local films as well. There's a Nick Bollettieri story airing this year. There's also one about segregation back in the 1960s, Manatee County. Mark Famiglio joins us right now. And Mark, this thing has gotten bigger by the year. You've got some momentum now. Is it easier to get bigger stars now?
Yes, but mostly if they're in films or directing independent films, which, as you know, is our mission and focus. But we've been very fortunate. And this year with Eric Stoltz, I mean, he's a fabulous, fabulous actor. And most people know him as an actor, but he's directed this film. And it's a great high school comedy. It's so much fun. I've even had my kids here tonight.
Eric Stoltz. Good. All right. Well, that's all the time we have for this time. Mark, thank you very much, and good luck. It should be a great week for you.
Thank you, Ray, and thank you.
Good to have you here. Mark Famiglio, he's been here since the start, 20 years now, and it's grown bigger by the year. That's it from here in downtown Sarasota. We'll have more updates on Facebook, on the ABC7 page. I'm Ray Collins. We'll have more news on ABC7 after this.
Tonight, showdown with Syria. We're right there in the region as tensions build. President Trump, briefed by his national security team. Is a strike imminent? World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
The Mark, Sarasota. Landmark living in the center of it all. A private oasis in the sky. Luxurious private amenities. Promenade shopping and dining. The best of downtown downstairs. Now under construction and priced from the mid-700s. This is life right where you want it. Call or visit our Discovery Sales Gallery today. The Mark Sarasota, presented by the Culture Group.
When I was growing up, my mom told us, always treat others the way you want to be treated. She did business with companies that shared her values, like Mutual of Omaha. She had a guaranteed whole life insurance policy through United of Omaha Life Insurance Company, a Mutual of Omaha company. When my mother passed away, her United of Omaha policy helped cover her funeral expenses and bills, and they had money on its way to us within 24 hours.
United of Omaha is here to take care of you. When you call the number on your screen, we'll help find the right policy for you. If you're between 45 and 85, you can get coverage up to $25,000 with no medical exam. Call us right now at the number on your screen.
Now I know I'll be taking care of my family, even after I'm gone.
United of Omaha guaranteed whole life insurance. Call or go online now. Be there for their future.
My name is Stephen Campagna. We're Band Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured in an accident, whether or not it's your fault, your insurance company might be responsible for some of your expenses. So give us a call. We've got your back.
Today is Friday the 13th, and many believe that means bad luck. ABC7's Dwayne Lindo takes a look at how some people are being a little extra cautious today.
We've all heard that sound sometime or another from the movie Friday the 13th, but you may especially hear it on days like today. And depending on who you ask, it may be the luckiest or unluckiest day of the year. But for Stanley Mitchell, owner of Marie's Psychic Palm Reading, it's just another day on the calendar.
It all depends what you believe in it. I don't believe in it.
Taking what's considered bad luck and flipping the script.
A lot of people won't cross the street or won't drive if a black cat runs across the road. We've got a black cat.
But for Susan Moen, owner of the Crystal Cave, she considers herself only mildly superstitious, making sure there is one thing she is not doing on this day.
The only thing I don't do on Friday the 13th is fly. So I don't
book an airline on Friday the 13th, but otherwise I don't really care.
And Ron Frost doesn't care either, chalking up superstition to past beliefs.
Whether or not I make a decision based on a Friday or based on a number 13 really is irrelevant to me. I do understand why people do that, but for me, I'm just another day, go out there and do the best that you can for yourself and serving others.
And if you're still superstitious and want to stay cautious, famous indicators of bad luck, walking under a ladder and opening up an umbrella indoors. Reporting in Bradenton, Dwayne Lindo, your Suncoast News.
All right, just play it safe today.
That's right. It's Friday the 13th, right? Yeah. But tell you what, tomorrow I said McKechnie, it's an old habit, right? It's Lecom Park. Yeah. Bradenton Marauders, along with, again, Turning Points, are having their walk a mile in their shoes. It opens at 9 a.m. There'll be plenty of activities for the kids. The walk, I believe, begins at 11:30. Raises money for folks and families who are having some struggles with their bills, and so it keeps them from homelessness, right? And so that's a great cause, so come on out there. I'll be out there for a little while, starting the race, I believe, and doing a little emceeing tomorrow at Lecom Park.
Best of luck with that.
Thank you.
And good weather for that tomorrow.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, beautiful weather. And for the Shark's Tooth Festival, not a problem at all. Problems will be late Sunday, again, late morning, early afternoon. Light to moderate rain begins, and the heavier storms, I think, later in the afternoon. Some of those could turn severe, as we showed you. And then some delightful weather Monday and Tuesday.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Bob. Thank you for joining us tonight. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. Our next news at 7, and then again tonight at 11. Have a wonderful weekend ahead.